Hello trainers and welcome to another episode of Saccharum versus. Today I have an OU Wi-Fi battle between me and AJ. I got this directly off my live stream and yeah, it was kind of like a rough little match here. I'm using the same team I had before, I've shown previously, with my Terrakion and such. This is my Mega... I don't remember what team this is. I think this is my Mega Altaria team? Yes, Mega Altaria team. As I lead off with Terrakion, he leads off with Heatran and immediately decides to withdraw, predicting me to go for Earthquake, which was great on his part because that's exactly what I did. I forgot that he had the Gengar on his team and I was trying to go for the safest play. I was thinking this entire battle to go for Stone Edge a couple times and I just don't do it. As he does go for Focus Blast, as I switch into Not Too Slow, my Latios, and do avoid it and able to get the Psyshock and knock it down to its Focus Sash, not knowing that it had it, so I thought I'd one-shot it. As he is able to get the Shadow Ball off and deal a lot of damage to me, bringing me down to like nothing, as he withdraws his Gengar now and goes straight into a 47 Ronin, the Gallade, which happens to be his Mega, and I said, this'll do a lot. The Psyshock will just go in anyway, because it was going to do a lot of damage to anything that was coming in. As he does go for the Mega Evolution right here, and I stayed in thinking that I was going to outspeed it, and forgetting, as soon as I clicked Shadow Sneak again, not Shadow Sneak, Psyshock again, I remembered that Gallade's carry Shadow Sneak. So this was a big misplay on my part, and this is gonna cost a lot. It's gonna set me back a little bit. As I do go into Terrakion, he withdraws 47 Ronin, thinking that he might not be able to take me out or outspeed me, as he does go into Landorus, predicting the Earthquake. Instead, I go for the X-Scissor that I have on my Terrakion, just thinking that it might do enough to knock it out, but I should have probably went for Stone Edge. It probably would have been my best bet to go for Stone Edge, as I do pull out the switch here and go into Porygon 2, just so I can trace off his Intimidate and drop his attack so that he'll be doing less damage to me, as this Landorus is in. So he does go for the Earthquake here, and he is able to get a decent amount off, which is good on him. Getting damage off on my Porygon 2 is very essential, and he switches out right here, predicting that I'll go for the Ice Beam. But I actually did go for Toxic, but it also didn't work out in my favor anyway, because Toxic won't work on Heatran. As he does go for the Stealth Rocks, I am able to go for the Thunderbolt, and Hacks are on my side this time because I am able to get the Paralysis off with just a Thunderbolt. And I screamed. I felt like the luckiest man alive when I did that, when I managed to get that. I am able to go for the Thunderbolt again, as I believe he got paralyzed. Yeah, he is paralyzed again, and he cannot move. So I said maybe I can stall him out, maybe just keep going for that, but I don't think I was going to be able to do enough damage to him as he was going to be able to do to me, as I just keep going for Thunderbolt, as it is my safest play. As he does go for the Lava Plume, he's able to land it off, and even though I'm specially defensive, it does a little bit of damage. I could have just kept going for Thunderbolt recover combos, and do that and stall it out, but eventually I would probably run out of Thunderbolts, and I wanted to use Porygon 2 for later. So I wanted to kind of save that. As I do go into Altaria here, he does go for the Lava Plume, and he's able to get a good chunk of damage off on my Altaria. But so with the combination of the Stealth Rocks and the Lava Plume, as I've basically bluffed the Earthquake on my Heatran, on my Altaria, because most physical Altaria run Earthquake, I am able to go for my Mega Evolution and Hyper Voice and get rid of this Gengar, which is one hovering Pokemon immune to Earthquake out of here, which is great for me. The Hyper Voice is going to be able to knock it out. It only had 1 HP left. It would have been a miracle if it lived, or if it was able to stay unfainted. As he does go into Kyurem Black here, and I thought to myself, I could take this out with a Hyper Voice, or I could take this out with the Draco Meteor, right? And as soon as I clicked it, I immediately forgot again that these things carry Iron Head as well. It's just for Mega Altaria and stuff and other fairy types. So there was a problem right there, and I lost one of my big win conditions in this match. As I am going into Ferrothorn right here, as he probably doesn't want to catch a Gyro Ball from a Choice Scarf Pokemon, he goes into 47 Ronin. As I am able to get my Stealth Rocks off in right now. You know, it probably would have been my best interest to go for the Gyro Ball right there, as I could have been able to get rid of Gallade right off the bat, but I figured I need to get some late game Stealth Rocks up. I needed the rocks up on my field just so I could get a type of advantage. Because I think he wanted to switch into his Heatran very safely, and not get like leech seeded with it or anything. As he is able to go for the Drain Punch after I went for a Protect before, and the Iron Barbs is going to bring him down to enough HP that a Gyro Ball will knock him out. But now I'm at the disadvantage because I have less HP. So one of my big walls is really down low because I played it wrong. I've been playing wrong almost this entire battle. So this is kind of just like, I wanted to show off where this kind of went off. Because there is a bit of a turnaround right around this area of the battle, if I remember correctly. It's been a little bit since I've actually really watched it. And I am able to go for the Protect just to try and get some more leftovers HP off. And as he is able to get some also, but I thought I would be able to outspeed this turn because he's paralyzed, but realizing that I also run 0 speed entirely, Ferrothorn is not going to be able to outspeed this Heatran, and the critical hit didn't matter, but he is able to go for Lava Plume and knock me out. I was going to try and land Leech Seed on it so that he wouldn't be recovering as much damage, and I could just go into Porygon 2 and then probably try to get good damage off. But as it didn't work out, I decided to go into Terrakion, and I am going to go for the close combat as he goes for Protect right here, because I thought that he might want to switch into Landorus, and as he predicts that, I figured that he still might want to go into his Landorus, and close combat will still do enough. I didn't want to go for Earthquake because I couldn't go for Earthquake safely because he still had Landorus, as he does go into his Azumarill, who I forgot he had in the back. My phone had died at this point, so I forgot who he had on his team. So I wasn't able to actually keep track of what Pokemon were left in the battle, which was kind of something that I guess I should have prepared for better. But I guess it doesn't really matter too, because I also played as best as I could. And this Azumarill does come in, and I'm afraid of it, so I didn't want to stay with my Terrakion because it would go for it would either go for a Waterfall or an Aqua Jet, both of which would have done a lot because they're huge power, probably Choice Banded. As I am going into, I did go into Magnezone, and I was thinking that he might go into Landorus, but I decided to go for Volt Switch anyway because it was my safest play. If anything, I probably could have went into, I could have just did Thunderbolt, and it would have probably done more, if not tried to knock it out. And I would have outsped it again and been able to knock out this Heatran for good. But I am going into Terrakion again, and thinking that he might go into his Azumarill again, I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity of getting big damage, as he does decide to withdraw, predicting me again, and goes into Landorus. Diamantros, I can't pronounce that name. I can't pronounce that nickname at all, as he is able to go for get the Intimidate off my Terrakion, and I am able to go for Earthquake, but it's not going to do anything because Landorus, it screwed me up this entire battle. His predictions were on point. As I do decide to go into Mr. Fusion just to try and sack off so I could get into a free switch, and I make a misplay right around here. Because what I was going to do, and I didn't do, was go into Porygon 2, get the Intimidate off, and try and live an Earthquake and go for Ice Beam or Recover. And that didn't work out, as I did end up accidentally going into Terrakion. And then I had to switch into Porygon 2 because my win condition was Terrakion. I had to try and get Terrakion in to win, but at this point I already knew I lost, because once he goes for Earthquake here, it's going to bring me down to enough where another Earthquake will knock me out, because I was at 89 HP and he brought me down to 40, so another one would knock me out, even if it was a low roll. So Porygon 2 unfortunately is going down, and I can't do anything to this Terrakion, to this Landorus now. As my Terrakion comes in, I can't outspeed it, it's Choice Scarfed, and the Earthquake is going to be able to knock me out here. So, yeah, good game, AJ. That was really fun. You played really, really well, and I just was a big mess in this entire battle. So I really apologize for not giving you a better battle, but otherwise you did play really well, and you were just on point. So, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content I push out on this channel, and or this video, and you want to see more. And don't forget to leave your friend codes and your battle codes in the comment section below, so that way I can get Saccharum versus off, and so I could get a U versus off, so you could see yourself on this channel potentially, which would be cool for you because you get to show off your own teams and such. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitch, where will be live streaming every Saturday. The link is in the description, along with my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram. So be sure to follow me on those. And also, another Pokeology will be coming out this Friday, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Again, my name has been Professor Saccharum, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!